Hello everyone, this is Bhushan, and today we are going to see our module number 3. On that we will see solution of linear equations by using the direct method. And today we will discuss Gauss elimination method and ill condition system. What are those? If you are an Assam Engineering College student, only in that case you watch this video, or else this video will be of no use to you. Now, before we start the basic elimination method, let me just highlight few points to you. Now, when you have a set of linear equations, so what are linear equations? These are the linear equations, such kind of sets. This set of equations, there are three equations now, so this set of equations are linear equations. Now, when you have such kind of linear equations and you are asked to solve, you can solve it by using the direct method or by the indirect method. In the direct method, we have already seen the LU decomposition in our last class. Today, we will see the Gauss elimination method, and then we will see Gauss solving method. So what is the difference between direct method and the indirect method? In the direct method, you directly get the result. Means you have a definite result for the simultaneous equation. But in the indirect method like the Jacobi method or the Gauss-Seidel method, over there you get an approximated answer. So what happens is that you perform the operation, the algorithm, and you get the result. You take your this result and you apply this on the next iteration. So in every iteration you are taking the values from the last iteration and you are putting it to the present iteration to get the next iteration. And this process goes on and you get an approximate answer till the decimal places you want. If you want 3 decimal places, then you will check on 3 decimal places. If you want 5 decimal places, then you will check on 5 decimal places. This is the basic difference between direct method and indirect method. We have already seen the LU decomposition. Today we will see Gauss elimination. Now before Gauss elimination, let me show you this example. Suppose I have two set of equations. This is my first set of equation. This is set A. And this is my second set of equation, which is my set B. Now you tell me which one is easier to answer? Out of these two, which one is easier to answer? This or this? Over here you have all the variables present. You have to do a lot of calculations over here. But over here, see the third equation, y z is equals to 6. So over here I can easily tell my z is equals to 3. I can put this z is equals to 3 in this particular equation, and I can find out 2y plus, in place of z you put 3 is equals to 4. That means your y is equals to 1 by 2. You know your y, you know your x, just put them in this equation, in the first equation, and you can find out your x. Wasn't it easy? Why it was easy? It was easy because in the second equation, in the place of x coefficient you have 0, and in the third equation, in place of y and x, both of them were 0. That was the reason. So in the first equation you are having all the three variables corresponding with the coefficients, but over here you do not have x, over here you do not have x and y. So what is the objective of your Gauss elimination method? In the Gauss elimination method, you will be given a equation of this form. You will be given an equation of this particular form. And your target will be to convert this to this. Means you need to make it 0, you need to make it 0, you need to make it 0. So this is your target. So your target will be from this set of equation, I want to make this 0, I want to make this 0, I want to make this 0. If I can do so, then I can easily calculate z. I can calculate z, then I can calculate your y. If I calculate z and y, I can easily calculate my x. Isn't it? So let's see how to do so. Now before we begin, you must understand when you have a set of linear equations like this, you need to first convert it into your matrix form, which is Ax is equals to b. So over here what will I have? What will be my Ax is equals to b? From this particular thing we have 2 minus 1 3 9. You have 2 minus 1 3. Then I have 1 1 1. And then I have 1 minus 1 1. So what is this? This is your A. Then you have your x, y, z, which you are considering as capital X is equals to B, which is your 962. This is your 962. So this is your 962. B, this is your B. From here you will have your A and this is your X. So that's what we are going to see. Ax is equals to 2. Now first I need to make a augmented matrix. What is an augmented matrix? This is the matrix which I am making from this A and B together. So I am taking this A, I am putting this over here, and I am taking this my B and putting it over here, and I am separating them with the help of dash because I want to represent that these are two things. I mean, this is from the left hand side, this is on the right hand side. So I separate with the dash. Now what is your target? Your target will be, you want to make this 0, this 0 and this 0. If I can do so, then I can easily find out what is my z. How to do so? The very old row elimination method. Now as you can see over here, I have applied both the steps together, but in the initial phase always do one at a time. So first we will do this, then we will do this. So let me do it for you, and then you will understand. Let's write the equation. What was the augmented matrix? So my augmented matrix is 1 1 2 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 3. I have 6, I have 2, I have 9. Now, for simplicity, just let me separate them so that you can easily understand. Okay, I done this. So what was the first thing I am going to do? The first thing as part this is R2, which will be converted to R2 minus 1. Now what is my target? My target is to, I want to make this 0, this 0, this 0. So let's start with this. Let's start with this. I want to make it 0. If I want to make it 0, with what I can subtract? I can subtract it from the first value. So R2 minus 1. What will happen? R2 minus R1. Now what will happen is that the entire second column will be subtracted from the entire first column. So in the first one, for this one I have R2 1 and R1 is also 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. For this I have minus 1 minus this, which is 1, which is equals to minus 2. Over here for this I have 1 minus this is 1, which is equals to again 0. So this is my 0, this becomes minus 2 and the first one becomes 0. We also have another variable present, which is your 2. So this R2 is 2 minus R1 is 6, which is equals to minus 4. So what will you have? You will see you only did the operation on R2, so only the R2 will change, the R1 and R3 will remain the same. So now my augmented matrix becomes R1 remains the same, so it is still 1, it is 1, it is 1, it is 6. The second row has changed from 0 minus 2 0 minus 4 0 minus 2 0 minus 4, and the last row it is still 0 minus 3 1 and minus 3. So the first operation got done. Now the second operation, now my target is okay, I'm sorry. Okay, just hold on, I made a mistake. The mistake was that I have not applied any operation over here. No, I only did it on R2, so I should not write this. It should be the same as it is. जो पहले था वही होगा. What was before? It is 2 minus 1 3 and 9. यही था पहले. See, I only applied on R2, so only the R2 will change. Only R2 will change. The R1 and the R3 will remain the same. So they remain the same. Now you see, next step is that I want to make my R3 0. I want to make this 3 0. How to do so? I will subtract this R3 with 2 times of R1. If I make 2 times of R1, then this becomes 2, this becomes 2, this becomes 2, this becomes 12. Then I subtract it from here, then this becomes 0. Minus 1 minus 3 becomes minus 3. 3 minus 2 becomes 1. 9 minus 12 becomes minus 3. Isn't it? So if you do so, you will get the matrix as it is: 1 1 1 6 0 minus 2 0 minus 4 2 minus 1 3 and 9. So here I have my augmented matrix. This is the augmented matrix after performing these two operations. Now I have been successful in making this 0, and my next target will इसमें भी क्या था ना, तो ये भी तो चेंज हुआ है, तो यहाँ पे चेंज हुआ है. I made it this, ये हुआ ना, तो ये हो जाएगा 0 minus 3 1 and minus 3. Let us write fresh. So after performing these two operation, I get the augmented matrix as this: 1 1 1 6 0 minus 2 0 minus 4 0 minus 3 1 minus 3. This is my augmented matrix. Now my next target will be to make this 0, this term 0. ये इसको 0 बनाना है मुझे. Now in order to make this 0, see, you will not be considering R1. You will not be considering R1. In the first case we use why? See, what will happen is that suppose मेरे को इसको 0 बनाना है, तो this is already minus 3. So you can say, sir, okay sir, why not I do R3 is equals to R3 plus 3 times of R1. हाँ, if you do so, then you can make this R3 to be 0. But इसका क्या होगा? 3 times of R1 is 3. ये 3 बन जाएगा, और उसके बाद इसके साथ तुम ऐड कर दोगे तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? ये 3 बन जाएगा ना. But I don't want that. I want it to be remain 0. That's the reason I will not be considering R1 now. I will be considering R2. So इसमें R2 मैंने लिया है. So अगर इसको 0 बनाना है तो I will multiply इस -2 के साथ मैं 3 multiply करके इसको 6 बनाऊंगा, -6 करूंगा, और -3 के साथ 2 multiply करके मैंने इसको भी 6 बना दिया. इन दोनों को माइनस करने से ये मेरा 0 हो जाएगा. So yes, this is how we do it. तो हमेशा क्या करना, पहले इसको 0 बनाओ, फिर इसको 0 बनाओ, फिर इसको 0 बनाओ. ये तुम्हारा टारगेट रहना चाहिए. और जब इसको 0 बनाओगे ना, when you are going to make this 0, when do pay attention के ये वैल्यूज चेंज ना हो, ये वैल्यूज चेंज ना हो, ये 0 0 रहना पड़ेगा. ऐसे करोगे तो इससे ये निकल जाएगा. So you perform these two operations, you got this. You perform R3, you got this. अब इसमें देखो, ये तुम्हारा फाइनल रिजल्ट है ना, इसमें ये तुम्हारा फाइनल रिजल्ट. इस फाइनल रिजल्ट पे इन दिस पर्टिकुलर यू हैव दिस ऑगमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स. ये एक ऑगमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स तुम्हारे पास आता है. वो ऑगमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स क्या है? 1 1 1 6 0 minus 2 0 minus 4 0 0 2 6. अब ये तो तुम्हारा ऑगमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स हो गया. ये है तुम्हारा A, ये है तुम्हारा B. सो इससे इक्वेशन बना लो. पहले वाले से क्या इक्वेशन निकलेगा? x plus y plus z is equals to 6. ये तुम्हारा फर्स्ट इक्वेशन. दूसरा इक्वेशन क्या निकलता है? 0 minus twice y plus 0 is equals to minus 4. और तीसरा इक्वेशन क्या निकलता है? 0 plus 0 plus twice z is equals to 6. अब z का वैल्यू क्या होगा? अगर ऐसा होता है then z becomes 3. इसमें क्या होगा? y becomes 2. तो अब z पता है, y पता है, तो x भी निकाल सकते हो. So this is your Gauss elimination method. तो Gauss elimination method में कुछ नहीं होता. It's a very simple method. तुम्हारे पास equation है, you set of equations, you convert it into your a x is equals to b format. उसके बाद augmented matrix बना लो. उसके बाद augmented matrix बना दो. How you make augmented matrix? By taking just a and your b बनाओ. Then your target should be कि इसको 0 बनाना है, इसको 0 बनाना है, उसको 0 बनाना है. This step बना लो. फिर z कैलकुलेट करो. z को सेकंड इक्वेशन में देके y कैलकुलेट करो. y और z को लेके x कैलकुलेट कर दो. This is Gauss elimination. Next we have something called ill condition and well condition system. Suppose कि तुम्हारे पास एक augmented matrix है and this is my augmented matrix. And when you solve this matrix, you have x to be your 2, x का value है 2, y का value है 1. So these are the two values. Now let me change this augmented matrix का जो ये A matrix है इसको मैंने change कर दिया था. जो पहले 1 था उसको मैंने 1.001 दे दिया. 2 को 2.001. Then 2 becomes 2.001 and 3.999 becomes 4. So I have just changed up to 3 decimal places. मैंने इसको सिर्फ इसमें change किया है. But if I only change my A up to 3 decimal places, तो मेरा जो y और x है ना, ये देखो इसका क्या वैल्यू चेंज हुआ है. जो x पहले 2 था उसका बन गया ये 5.99. जो पहले 1 था वो बन गया -2.990. So there is a drastic change, isn't it? स्मॉल चेंज किया तुमने इसमें 3 डेसिमल प्लेस पे स्मॉल चेंज करने के लिए तुम्हारा रिजल्टेंट बहुत बड़ा चेंज हो चुका है. सिमिलरली जो c था तुम्हारा, यहाँ पे जो c है जो 4 और 7.99 है, अगर उसको तुम 4.001 बना दो जस्ट स्मॉल चेंज, जैसे 0.001 ऐड कर दिया है. अगर ऐसा भी करते हो तब भी तुम्हारा x का वैल्यू क्या होता है 0.001 बन जाता है. जो पहले 2 था वो 0.001 बन जाता है. So this type of equation, this equation is a ill equation. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर तुम a और c किसी का भी अगर स्मॉल चेंज करते हो, स्मॉल डेसिमल चेंज करते हो, तो तुम्हारा जो फाइनल आउटपुट है वो ड्रास्टिकली चेंज हो जाता है. इसीलिए इज इल कंडीशन सिस्टम. अब वेल कंडीशन सिस्टम कैसा होगा? देखो ये इक्वेशन, इसका सॉल्यूशन ये है. अब अगर इसमें मैंने a का वैल्यू अगर यहाँ पे थोड़ा चेंज कर दिया, जो पहले 1 था उसको 0.001 फिर डेसिमल प्लेस पे चेंज किया, फिर भी देखो x क्या रह जाता है. x का वैल्यू होता है 2.0030. जो 2 पहले जो x पहले 2 था वो अब ये बन चुका है. जो y पहले 1 था वो अब ये बन चुका है. इट्स अ वेरी स्मॉल चेंज, इजंट इट? c का भी अगर ऐसा करते हो तो c का भी सेम होता है, स्मॉल चेंज होता है. जो 2 था वो 1.99 हो जाता है, जो 1 था वो 1.0030 बन जाता है. सो दिस इज अ वेल कंडीशन सिस्टम एग्जांपल. अब इसका सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है? एक्सक्यूज मी. इसका सिग्निफिकेंस है, सपोज एक रियल लाइफ प्रैक्टिकल सिस्टम जो हमने लिया है and you find out the equations for the system, and after that what you do is that you have calculated it. Calculation खत्म कर दिया, सब हो गया, छोड़ दिया. After that your temperature changes, the environment at which you took the readings, suddenly the temperature changes by a very small value. अब ill condition है तो तुम्हारा जो रिजल्ट है वो तो ड्रास्टिकली चेंज हो जाएगा. और अगर वेल कंडीशन सिस्टम है तो वो तुम्हारा मोर और लेस लिमिट में रहेगा. So before you proceed, you must know whether your system is a well conditioned or ill conditioned system. There are various ways of finding out, which is not part of this particular syllabus because this is how you apply the numerical method. So इसमें सिर्फ we are discussing कि ill condition well condition होता कैसे है. Now for all kind of systems उसको निकालते कैसे उसका method अलग होता है. So that will be taught in the individual subject classes. So I believe you understand what is a well conditioned system. जिस कंडीशन में अगर थोड़ा थोड़ा पैरामीटर चेंज होने से भी मेरा फाइनल रिजल्ट मोर और लेस सेम ही रहता है, तो वेल कंडीशन सिस्टम. इल कंडीशन में है अगर थोड़ा बहुत पैरामीटर चेंज हो जाए और तुम्हारा जो रिजल्ट है वो ड्रास्टिकली चेंज हो जाता है इल कंडीशन सिस्टम. अगर तुम्हारा रियल लाइफ सिस्टम एक इल कंडीशन सिस्टम है, देन यू नीड टू कीप योर एनवायरनमेंट कांस्टेंट. यू नीड टू कीप ऑल द पैरामीटर्स सराउंडिंग द सिस्टम टू बी कांस्टेंट. तो आइडियल कंडीशन को बनाना पड़ेगा. That's what we have done today. So we have done the Gauss elimination method and inclusion method. Next we'll see what is pivotal, then Gauss iteration method. Most of them next video. So, thank you. Bye.